Welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I bring you guys a small fun home decor haul. If you're interested in watching some of the items that I recently picked up, please keep on watching. I'm just gonna dive in and start off with home goods. I did find quite a few items at Home Goods. I usually do find some awesome bases or whatnot at Home Goods, but I don't try to pick up too many of those vases if they're just not what I'm going for. There's very, very beautiful vases always at Home Goods, and they're very unique. If you can find a unique vase, that is the time that I suggest you guys snag it up, because it won't be there the next time you go to Home Goods. That's the only thing about Home Goods, is that if you find something and you love the item, you better snag it up before you go back and it's not there. I've done that many times and it sucks, because I'm like, oh, I should have grabbed it. But anyways, my first find from Home Goods was the cutest paper mache. I don't know what you would call this, but it's so cute. So I have seen these at my local Home Goods here around my area. I saw two, and at the time I was like, they're so adorable. I love, love, love the details. I love the little handles. I love all this, you know, what it's bringing. Well, when the next day that I went back, exactly what I'm talking about, I went back and they were both gone. There was only two at the store at that time. So I kicked myself in the butt for, you know, not picking the item right that moment. I don't know why I was contemplating it. You know, I knew I loved the item, but I was just like, I don't know. That was just dumb of me. But anywho, I went to a different Home Goods over the weekend, and I ended up finding just one. So I was like, that's it. I have to get it. I don't care. I love what it's bringing. I love that it's unique. I haven't seen anything like this currently. I love that it is made out of paper mache. It is a little heavy though, if you ask me, to be made out of paper mache. I mean, I would think it's made out of paper mache unless I am incorrect. But this item was $24.99. I don't know if you guys can see the item number or whatnot, but or the style number. The style number, I don't know if you guys are wanting the style number, but it's 313924. Such a cute paper mache bowl. Like I said, I love the details. The little handles, so cute. I love the color. It's not stripe white. It's more of a tan or very off white, if you guys ask me. Such a cute item. Love, love that I was able to pick, you know, this at another Home Goods. So if you guys do like that item, it is going to be at your local Home Goods. I'm not sure if you guys, you know, your Home Goods is going to have that. Like I said, the one out here by my house had two. When I went back the next day, they were gone. They did not have any. The next item I went to At Home, and I've been wanting, I do have a small one. Okay. Very, very, you know, little and whatnot, and I do have two of these, and I love that it, you know, it holds your little cute picture on there, and you know, so adorable. But I've been wanting a big one, since I do own a lot of frames here at my home. Sometimes you just want, you know, to style some kind of art on a, you know, easel or whatnot, but this was At Home for $7.99. So I immediately snagged this up, knowing that I, you know, can use here at my home to display either some art. I have seen people display, you know, like maybe, I don't know, something that's, you know, kind of flat that would still hold, and you just want to display an item, whether it's a piece of wood, one of those vintage pieces of wood. You could do so much things with this. You could just, I don't know if I've seen, it's kind of, it doesn't have that much weight, so I don't know how much of the weight it may hold. So for myself, I just wanted to display you know, some lighter picture frames that I have. I own so many picture frames here in my home that I'm like, that would be perfect. So that was my next item, $7.99 if you guys do need one of these. I thought that was a good deal, $7.99, not bad at all. So that was my next item. My next item, and what I see that I'm gravitating more and more, the more I figure out my style, my home style. I obviously love my vintage, you know, vessels and whatnot, but I do really do like that Spanish Tuscany vibe. When I do see a vase, I know that I immediately, you know, I gravitate towards that Spanish / Tuscany, you know, vases. And I ended up finding something that's giving me that Tuscany. I already put a branch on here because I was testing it, obviously. I did see another one exactly like this, but it was huge at home. And it was $44, not bad at all. I did love the color of it. So I was thinking maybe, which I don't need any more vases, I know that. But I have gotten rid of a lot of my vases, so I, you know, was able to go and pick a couple of vases up. And so I ended up finding this one at Home Goods for $24.99. Not bad at all. The style number is 316 or 318? No, it's 316184. The cutest details on this vase. I love what it's bringing. I love the little Tuscany, you know, vibe that it's giving me, kind of Spanish / Tuscany vibe. I like that it's not that big, but like I said, I did see one at home, and I love that one. So I had picked up this one first, then when I went to at home to go pick up that little easel, I knew exactly what I was gonna go for. I ended up, you know, just walking, and I saw exactly like the mama of this one. So adorable. So I might go pick it up. I'm not quite sure. It is $44, which was not bad, considering how it was pretty heavy. I did, you know, grab it and I touched it, and I was like, oh yeah, this is such a cute vase, and it would go so cute paired with this one, or just, you know, that vibe is just what I'm gravitating towards. And I have not seen anything like this at Home Goods. That's why I immediately snagged this up, only because I really love the way that you know, those vases look here at my home. The next items that I'm gonna just share with you guys are a couple of thrift finds. I didn't really go out thrifting too much this weekend, only because I am trying to not bring so much stuff home, you know, if it's something that I'm gonna immediately get rid of. So I'm trying to be very intentional with my purchases. I kid you not, I'm just like, oh my God, I don't need it, so I go put it back, and I find so many cute stuff, but I don't need it. I really do not need it. So my next cute item, I found the cutest, and mind you, okay, this was maroon. I should have taken a picture. I'm not quite sure if I took a picture, but it was very maroon, and I did already spray paint it, and I, you know, made it into my own. Love what it turned out. Like I said, this was, I wish I would have taken a picture. It was maroon. So I turned it into this cute color. Love the way it looks. I immediately, when I saw this it was $4 and a couple of cents, I had to pick this up. It does have a crack on here, but when I was spray painting it, I can immediately see that the crack kind of popped on there. It's not gonna crack anymore, I don't believe so, but I just love these. You know, I know that these go for very expensive when you do purchase them online, you know, at your farmhouse online store or your Olive Atelier store. These can go for so much, and I picked up mine for I want to say like $4, not even. I think it was like maybe $3.49 or $4.49. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, and I already put these. I'm so so I went also to Hobby Lobby because I really love, you know, for my floral to look real. And these were only $2.50 after your, or $2.78 maybe, because I believe that they're with the 40% off. But I think that these look so realistic. I love how simple and cute this, you know, brings to my home. I just feel like it's, you know, it looks like it's a real, you know, cute little real plant. So I picked up a couple of these exactly. There's one more of these, looks a little different, but I think that this is my favorite one. And I already took off the price, so I mean the item number or whatnot. So that's my next item. My next item, and this one I had already showed you guys a while back, but since I painted that one, I wanted to show you guys what this was. Originally, it was tan, but it had some like weird gunk on the front. It was not something that I can take off or scrape off, or not, you know, nothing that I can do something easy. So originally I had painted this tan, then I painted it black, and then I painted it the same color. So same cute little handles. Love this one. Is very heavy. That one's very heavy too, but this one's like heavier for some reason. And I just love the way that color just looks on all my vases. This is, I don't know, it just kind of gives me, you know, that kind of, I don't know, so cute. Love it. Love this color. I was thinking about picking up a darker color, like a more of a chocolate, like a dark brown that is glossy, and I might paint a couple of my vases and see how they turn out. So yeah, so, but this is one of my favorite colors, and I will leave the name of this color down below if you guys are interested to see what colors I'm using. I just think that these look so cute. It looks like I picked it up from the store. It doesn't even look like I did the, you know, the paint, the DIY on these. So that was my next find, but this one I found a long time ago, long time ago, kid you not, maybe like 3 years ago. And it went from tan to black to, I think, back to tan, and then back to black, and then I ended up switching it to this one. So it has a lot of layers of paint that I have done in the past. So that's my next item. My next item was, and I know I do not need any more vases, but how cute, I mean, how do you leave the cutest vases if they are very unique? I love the wobble detail that this is bringing. So adorable. I love that it's not perfect. I mean, this you could either, you know, use for a utensil crock, if, you know, in the kitchen. That would look so cute. I already have one downstairs, but if I, you know, I do own a lot of wooden spoons. All my utensils for the kitchen to cook are wooden, and I did have to get rid of some because they didn't fit in that utensil holder, which kind of hurt getting rid of some, but I was like, I don't need that many. But this, you know, could always be a second option to have it maybe tucked in like the pantry area for your, you know, if you have extra spoons or whatnot. But I thought that this was so cute, and I love like the wonky. I love that it's not perfect. I love this color already on there. I don't plan on changing this color. It's kind of giving me the same kind of like green vibe. And yeah, so this was, and I believe this one was like $2 and a couple of cents, not even that expensive at all. And last but not least, it's gonna be, I know, because I didn't pick up that many items. Like I said, I'm being very intentional when going to the to the thrift stores, only because I've been trying to get rid of a lot of my items due to I want to minimize, you know, my decor and have only decor that I gonna love for a long time. I know that there's a lot of decor that I got rid of that I was in love at the time, but, you know, it's no longer my style, or you know, I was able to let go. I found this little, I don't even know what this is. I think it's to hold a piece of like a candle, not a piece of candle, but a candle. I just love, you know, how this wood, it's a piece of wood, and it is cracked on the bottom. It does has this crack here, and so adorable. This you don't necessarily, I don't plan on putting a candle on here because God forbid my house burns down. I just think that this is so cute just to have its style on its own, you know, just a cute little statement. If you just leave it and, you know, just, it's a piece of art, piece of something, you know, but I love that it was only $2 and a couple of cents. It is heavy. And I picked this up yesterday, and I thought that this was so cute for $2 or $2 something. And I don't know, I'm just, you know, like I said, I'm only picking up items that are either very earthy or whatnot, or, you know, vintage. Not too many vintage, because like I said, I'm like mixing old and new, so I don't have my house looking just vintage. I mean, for each his own. If you guys have your house just vintage, by all means, keep it that way. But for myself, I like mixing old and new, and, you know, just bringing some earthy items, you know, here in my home, kind of the outside to the inside. And yeah, that is gonna complete my haul. If you guys love this video, please, please, please give it a thumbs up. If you are new to my channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Ciao.